Robin Williams' obituary. Actor and comedian who made his television breakthrough with Mork and Mindy and went on to star in films such as Good Morning Vietnam, Dead Poets Society, and Mrs. Doubtfire. Robin Williams, the US actor and comedian who has been found dead in apparent suicide at the age of 63, won legends of fame with his frenetic energy, quick-fire improvisation, and ability to mimic other famous people. Those skills enable him to create such delightful comic characters as Mrs. Doubtfire, the fat Scottish nanny he disguised himself as in the 1993 hit, and the shape-shifting Jenny in Disney's Aladdin, a freewheeling force no bottle could contain. Yet Williams was also capable of more nuanced work, receiving a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for playing unsympathetic yet troubled psychologist who comes to Matt Damon's aid in 1997's Good Will Hunting. He could also play against his ebullient persona and the affection audiences had for him by bringing chilling psychotic villains to life in films such as Insomnia and 1 Hour Photo. Born on 21 July 1951 in Chicago, Illinois, the young Williams developed a quick wit as a means of overcoming shyness and boosted his confidence further by joining his school drama club. After leaving, he was accepted into New York's famed Juilliard School, where he was a contemporary of Superman actor Christopher Reeve and Frasier star Kelsey Grammer in the middle 97s. There he was taught by the distinguished actor John Husman, who suggested he should consider stand-up comedy as a potential career path. Appearances on the comedy circuit and the Richard Pryor show followed, though it was his cameo appearance on Happy Days as an alien called Mark that gave him his breakthrough. The character, an eccentric extraterrestrial who traveled from the planet Orc to study Earth and its inhabitants, inspired a spin-off, Mark and Mindy, that made Williams a star. The show, which ran from 1978 to 1982, spawned a memorable catchphrase in Nanu Nanu, Mark's friendly greeting, as well as providing a platform for Williams' manic talent for improvisation. The actor was subsequently cast as Popeye in a live-action vehicle for the enduring cartoon character that proved to be a costly failure when released in December 1980. If you catch it backwards, it has a plot, he would later say of Robert Altman's film, describing the shoot as a pretty crazy experience. William made a stronger impression in the world according to Garp, an adaptation of the John Irving novel about a young man with an unusual upbringing trying to find his place in the world. It was not until 1987's Good Morning Vietnam, though, that Hollywood found a suitable vehicle for his particular skills, set and off the cuff and living. His portrayal of Adrian Croner, an irrelevant DJ broadcasting to US forces during the Vietnam conflict, earned him his first Oscar nomination for Best Actor. His second came 2 years later for Dead Poets Society, in which he played an inspirational English teacher at a strict New England boys' school who encouraged his pupils to think for themselves. Another nomination followed for his performance as a homeless man in Tarek Gilliam films, The Fisher King. Though it was not until 1998 he was finally recognized by the Academy for his Good Will Hunting role. This might be the one time I'm speechless, he said as he collected his Oscar, adding that his father had advised him to have a backup profession like welding when he was first told his son wanted to be an actor. The middle 1990s saw him take on some of his best loved roles. The grown up Peter Pan in Steven Spielberg's Hook, the cross-dressing father who becomes Mrs. Doubtfire, and Jumanji's Alan Parrish, a man who has grown up inside the world of children's board game. He was also heard as the voice of the genie in Aladdin, an anarchic entity who grants the hero three wishes when not impersonating Arnold Schwarzenegger, Groucho Marx, Robert De Niro, and Ethel Merman. William would go to claim that he had not been adequately paid for his work by the Walt Disney Studio, joking, the only reason Mickey Mouse has three fingers is because he can't pick up a check. Subsequent vehicles like Patch Adams and Bicentennial Man were less well received, prompting him to explore darker roles like the serial killer who torments Al Pacino's detective in Alaska Set Insomnia. People think of me as a likable, so the appeal was to play against those expectations and explore those areas that normally you'd have to do prison time for, he told Empire magazine in 2010. He also found himself playing President both real Theodore Roosevelt in Night at the Museum and sequel, and Dwight D. Eisenhower in The Butler, and fictional Tom Dobbs, the comedian elected president in 2006 Man of the Year. Some may find it fitting then that was marked by the current holder of that office, who said he had been one of a kind and had ended up touching every element of the human spirit. William recently appeared as an eccentric advertising executive in US sitcom The Crazy One, the show in which Sarah Michelle Gellar played his daughter was cancelled in May after one season. Later this year, he will be seen alongside Ben Stiller in the third Night at Museum film, once again playing a waxwork dummy of Roosevelt who magically comes to life. Williams struggled with drink and drug addiction in the 1970s and 1980s, later joking that cocaine was God's way of telling you are making too much money. After 20 years of sobriety, he fell off the wagon in the 2000s and sought treatment for alcoholism. I went to rehab in wine country just to keep my option open, he joked. He was diagnosed his heart problem and had surgery in 2009 to replace a heart valve, remarking afterwards the procedure had given him some great new material. William was married three times and had three children. He is survived by his widow, Susan Schneider, his daughter Zelda, and his sons, Zachary and Cody.